Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing 3 dividend stocks that I'm currently watching closely and that I'm going to add to my portfolio over the next weeks and months. We look at stocks from 3 different sectors. One stock is part of the energy sector, one stock is part of the consumer staples sector, and the third stock that we are going to begin with is focused on beverages. So the first company is Coca-Cola. It owns some of the most iconic drink brands like Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite. Drinks from different segments like water or juices are also part of Coca-Cola. It operates in over 200 countries and has definitely one of the strongest brand recognitions across all brands. So why should we add Coca-Cola to our portfolios? Coca-Cola is a highly stable business and largely unaffected by economic downtrends. Here you can see the beta is very low, below 0.5, which means it is not correlated with the overall market that is mostly driven by growth and tech stocks. So when we take a look, for example, at 2022, where many growth stocks went down significantly, stocks like Google, Meta, Apple, some of them went down even 50% in a couple of months, and Coca-Cola, for example, was very stable during that time. Coca-Cola also pays a nice dividend of around 2.8%, and the company has raised the dividend for over 60 years now, making it a dividend king. So for long-term buy and hold, this is definitely one of the safest companies out there in my opinion, and I can easily add Coca-Cola to my portfolio and forget it for 5-10 years if I want to, and sleep very well. Of course, make sure to understand that nothing I say is financial advice in any regard. I just share what I am doing. This video is just for entertainment purposes only. So let's jump into the Coca-Cola chart. Since the beginning of 2025, Coca-Cola went up quite significantly. During the same time, tech stocks suffered heavily. For example, when we take a look at the Nasdaq, it dropped significantly, and also the S&P is down quite a lot. And of course, right now everyone is talking about safer stocks with dividends, with a low beta, but I also have to say that I'm not going to buy right now. Now over the last 2 to 3 months, the stock went up significantly, and when we take a look at the RSI, we are in the higher range, and I want to add Coca-Cola to my portfolio when we are at the lower range of the RSI, below 30, and when everyone is talking about tech stocks again. So when tech stocks get a rebound and they start to go up again, investors shift their portfolio from safer stocks back to tech stocks. I want to use some of my cash to buy Coca-Cola for my long-term portfolio, and I would definitely appreciate a drop back to around $65, and then I will think about buying. So don't make the mistake to always be late. When everybody's talking about it, it's probably not the best time to buy. The best time was at the beginning of 2025, of course, but in hindsight everyone knows it better. Just be patient, you will get another entry. Next up, we have another heavyweight, Procter & Gamble, part of the consumer staples sector, which is focused on household and personal care products. They own everyday brands like Pampers, Gillette, Head & Shoulders, and of course we are also going to buy those products in a recession. We have to, and that is why this company is also very resistant in economic downturns. So here you can see it started 2022 at around $160 and ended the year at around $155, which is way better than the tech stocks. And on top we have the dividend of around 2.5% at the moment. They have also raised their dividends for over 65 years. So Procter & Gamble is also a reliable company operating across the globe with high cash flows. And in my opinion, it's definitely a very good pick for the safer part of our portfolio with a nice dividend and very stable. And when I get a good entry, I'm definitely willing to put around 2 to 3% of my portfolio into Procter & Gamble. The same is true for Coca-Cola. Around 2 to 3% are definitely reasonable if we get a good entry. So let's take a look at the chart. So the same thing that I said about Coca-Cola is also true for Procter & Gamble. When we take a look at the RSI, we are in the middle of the range. I want to buy the stock whenever we are at the lower end of the range, around 30. So I believe that a pullback to $160 or even below that would be a very good entry. And I'm watching the stock closely. Whenever tech stocks turn around and people focusing on growth stocks again, we might get a better entry for Procter & Gamble than right now. At the beginning of 2025, there was definitely a very good chance to get a great entry. So let's switch sectors The third company of today's video is part of the energy sector. The beta with 0.29 is even lower, which makes it highly uncorrelated to the broader stock market, and the dividend with over 4% is even higher. But I also think that the energy companies are a little bit more risky than Coca-Cola or Procter & Gamble, so I wouldn't allocate more than between 1 and 2% of my portfolio into Shell, so a little bit less than Coca-Cola and Procter & Gamble. So Shell's business includes exploration, production, refining and also selling oil and gas. So they are definitely operating across the whole energy sector and are not only focused on one thing. And of course they are also active globally. So let's also take a look at the price chart. Shell is trading in a range between 60 and 75 US dollars for quite a while now, and right now we are slightly below the middle range of the RSI, and the same thing here for Shell. I want to enter whenever the stock is oversold. There was a very nice entry at the end of 2024, but also recently, and whenever we get a pullback back to around $60 or even below, I would definitely start buying. And I definitely believe to have an energy stock in our portfolio is good for diversification purposes, because most people are definitely overexposed to tech and growth stocks, so adding an energy company will not hurt. But like I have mentioned earlier, it is not that safe like Coca-Cola in my opinion. Why should we even add low beta stocks with a dividend to our portfolio? Exactly for the reason that many of us have experienced over the last couple of months. When we have extreme breakdowns, those stocks can save our portfolio, and there are definitely times where our portfolios shouldn't be overweighting tech stocks and growth stocks, and there will always be years like 2022 where the broader market is in a downtrend, and there are times where a big part of our portfolios should be in low beta stocks paying a dividend. Of course those times are hard to predict, but things like that will happen over and over again, and that is why I will take some cash that I got from selling Bitcoin at the beginning of February and allocate it into companies like Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble and Shell. But of course in the long run, when we expect the bull market to happen, the biggest part of our portfolio should be in growth stocks, in tech stocks, in order to get higher returns. So overall I don't want more than 10 to 20% of my portfolio to be in defensive stocks, and the biggest part should be in growth stocks. It's definitely possible for the next couple of months, maybe for the next 12 months, that we are not going to see a new all-time high in the S&P, and if the whole thing with Trump gets worse, also add more growth stocks like Amazon, Nvidia and Alphabet to my portfolio. So that was it with today's video, the 3 best dividend stocks that I'm watching right now. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Goodbye.